I do have a hard stop in about 90 minutes, so hopefully the game is wrapped up by then. Or the round is wrapped up by then. With these settings, I think there's a decent chance of that happening. By the way, the settings for Game 1, World Domination on US West, we have Blizzards on, Fog is off, the portals are unstable, placement is auto, the card bonus is progressive, the bots are automated experts, but we probably won't see too many of them. Turn timers, 60 seconds, alliances are on, and the dice are balanced blitz. All right, Pentix is going to start things off. Looks like he's going to start working on Washington up at the top left. And as usual, we'll take a look at the bonuses when we get into the second round of turns. And in other news, Baby Girl has indeed gone to sleep. So it seems like the reason she was fussy was because she didn't feel like going to sleep, even though she was tired. All right, Quarantine takes a quick turn. We now move over to Sir Tyler. Let me make sure you guys can hear the wrist sounds appropriately. So that, I made the wrist sounds a lot louder, so you should be able to hear them just fine now. Sir Tyler spawns with most of his material right in the middle of the board. Decides to start concentrating it in Idaho. There are enough bonuses on this board for this to potentially become a bonus game. It is entertaining to watch bonus games unfold, but I think with the time constraint that I have personally, I do have a little bit of a bias toward this not being a bonus game. But that is entirely up to the players. Zychron is up. Dog Sergeant took a quick turn, grabbing a card in Washington. Zychron has most of his material right in the bottom of the board, but he's got enough troops up at the top to maintain a healthy position up there. Probably wants to spread a little bit to the west, but doesn't really have a path to do that with. Fortunately, loses a troop on a 1. And last but not least, XC Dude. Most of his troops are on the west side of the map, with that 5 in the bottom right being as east as he gets, as his troops get anyway. Alrighty, let's take a look at the bonuses on the US West map. We don't have any +2s, but we got 2 +3s. That's Washington up at the top left and Colorado on the east side. Then we have a bunch of +4s. We got Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Wyoming, and Montana. What's that? 8 +4s, wow. And then the lone +5 on this map is Idaho. It's got an extra bonus troop because of all the potatoes. What's up, Hudson? They're playing earlier than when I checked earlier, and they're all here. Only one chance personally left to fill in from potential waitlist. Also, best of luck. Yeah, it did seem to work out for everybody that they wanted to start 30 minutes early. It also worked out for me because I don't. I would have only been able to be on to cast the game for like an hour, had they started on time. So now, you guys get me for an extra 30 minutes if that's how long the game goes, or the round goes, which there's a decent shot of that. Tyler decides to portal down from Montana to Colorado. Going to consolidate his 2 onto his 4. Dog Sergeant grabs a card in Oregon. We don't see a whole lot of positional maneuvering going on. The most we've seen was Tyler taking that portal just now. Zycron doesn't really have portal access, but is slowly starting to migrate south, or towards the middle of the board from one of his northern positions. Chad's going to move east with that 4. Everyone has the lose a troop bug, it seems like. Lose a troop just trying to take a card. Pentix moves further south into that California pocket, parking his 3 in San Francisco. I will say I don't think that's actually like accurate for where San Francisco actually is at, or maybe it is, and I'm just completely wrong. Maybe I should familiarize myself more with the West Coast. Even though I'm from the States, I'm purely East Coast. The furthest west that I've been actually is Nevada. I've never been to California. And I'm not sure I would go anytime soon. Wow, Sir Tyler's also losing troops, taking 1. Where does where Pentix's 3 is? The red 3 is where it says San Fran is, this map, which I thought it was further south, like where Chad's 2 is. Black's 3, Dog Sergeant's 3 is closer to where like Los Angeles is. Looks accurate to you? Oh, okay. My mistake then. All right, Dog Sergeant moves to the west coast of Oregon. Zycron probably going to start migrating that 4 in the middle to the right. No, he's going to take the pocket there in Nevada. Consolidates all of his southern troops onto one spot in Arizona. Chad grabbing the northeast position in Cali. Northwest position, excuse me. Pentix would probably want to migrate south if he could manage it. But Pentix is pretty decently spread out. Tyler's going to immediately take that spot and start trying to get some more access to the west. Dog worming his way eastward at the top. Quarantined, offering Zycron to hit him for a card. If Zycron were to have his 6 hit Orange's 1 in the bottom, then Orange's 1 would be tucked behind a green 6 a white 6, and a black 5. Okay, never mind. A white 4. So Quarantine probably feels a little bit more comfortable about his position. Because now red and purple will have a hard time killing him. A little bit of a harder time killing him. Quarantine, though, is a few troops behind most everybody else. The bottom 3 players are all on about 30 troops, with, well, Pentix finally getting there because of the turn order. Quarantine lagging behind by a few troops. Sir Tyler's also lagging behind by a couple troops, but not as many as Quarantine. Tyler working his way north, and Quarantine found a portal, but I don't think that portal is going to take him anywhere where he needs to go, or would maybe like to go. I doubt Zychron's going to move off of his 5. Zychron doesn't have a place to move off of his 5, even if he wanted to. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. I've had a ton of wrist today. Started the day off playing in Chitaka's progressive progressive World Dom tourney, and I accomplished my mission to feed both games in my round. I'm kidding. It wasn't my mission, but that certainly is what I accomplished. Anyway, and then after that, I had 3 Trem games over on Evolve server to help host. And I got to partner up with Void to do that. That was a lot of fun. I did leave him holding the bag, though, on the 3rd game that we were tag team hosting together, though, because I had to come over here and be with all you lovely folks for this game. Don't have as much risk going on tomorrow, but Friday I have a couple games for Risk Ball and Wrong Map, Right Mode, I believe is the name of that other tournament. Anyway, we're into the first round of trades now. Pentix going to set for 4. Looks like he may have gotten a +2. We don't see any card skipping or misses, so everyone's going to get their natural first trade based off of their turn order. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 15. Yeah, every portal that Quarantined can actually get to is not one he actually needs to go to. So, takes his card on a portal anyway. And fortifies his +2 over. Ooh, Sir Tyler says, oops. Does he not have a card? Oh no, he has a card up at the top. But perhaps he's saying oops because he mistakenly put 14 troops, or he mistakenly put the rest of his troops over in Colorado? Dog Sergeant wants the Idaho pointer. Nope, he wants to tuck inside that small territory in Wyoming for a card. Zycron has a couple +2s to choose from. Gonna hit a Chad 2 to make another position for himself on the west side of the board. Only loses 1 in the process. We'll see if Chad particularly minds. He might not. He may have expected that move from Zycron there. Chad makes a big stack down at the bottom. Grabs his card over in Idaho. Pentix also moves into Idaho. Zycron's 4 up in Montana is nicely nestled behind a Pentix 5, a Quarantined 7, and a Dog Sergeant 11. Excuse me, a Quarantined 8. All right, who's going to kill who? In terms of predictions on lineups, nobody really has that good of lines on anyone, as far as I can see. No one really has like optimal lines. Well, Pentix actually has decent lines on purple. But being first in turn order, he's not going to be able to act on that very quickly. Maybe in the third round of trades, that kill might be viable. Does anyone see any other kill lines that I'm just blind to for whatever reason? Quarantined on Zycron, maybe? With a portal? Actually, no, never mind. That's 7 in Colorado. Stops that. Or definitely slows it down by a lot. Ooh. Chad said well played a little too soon. I think he was hoping that Quarantine would leave his 4 parked there. All right. No one's really interested in sitting on 4, even though we're on the second round of trades. So Pentix will take the 20 set on 5, unless Zycron or Exceedude would like to set earlier. It does depend on their comfort level. So in terms of troops, Sir Tyler is the weakest, but in terms of position, I'm not sure anyone has the lines on him that would be needed. And the portals are going to be off next turn when the sets come out. Zycron moves into Pentix's way a little bit. If Pentix was going to try the quarantined kill, or no, the Tyler kill, it's definitely harder now for him to do it, with that 7 in the way. Zycron has all kinds of +2s to choose from. Pentix sets in for 20. Chad retreating into his shell since he has to wait for every other player to set for him to have a chance to. We'll see if he lives to set on 5. I believe he will, but it's possible that he won't. Oh dear. Baby girl has finished her bottle. She's been slowly eating it this entire time while asleep. $25 for quarantined. So on paper, 70 troops is enough to kill 40, but probably not worth it for the 30 set. And quarantined is going to have a very hard time getting to that purple 5 in New Mexico. He's going to go ahead and hop on a portal. Can Sir Tyler kill Dog Sergeant? Would have a tricky time getting to the 5 in the top left. Yeah, it has a little bit of a hard time getting to that 5 in California. But Sir Tyler could get him just about everywhere else. Unless he's planning on blasting through that Pentix 5 there. He might be. No, he's just going to hit a 1 and sit on a portal. Does not believe the Dog Sergeant kill is worth it. Doesn't really have anyone else to try for it. Dog's going to trade for 35. Tyler took the 30 just now. Can Dog Sergeant kill Zycron or Exceedude? This could potentially be an Exceedude kill. We need to see a lot placed on that 8 down there. That's not enough. Yep, doesn't have enough to try for Chad. So decides not to try for anyone. Can Zycron kill green? Finds the +2 that he wants. Yeah, Zycron cannot get to that 9 in New Mexico. Has to hit at least 2 stacks, regardless of which path he takes in to get to that 9. One path is 25 troops, the other path is 26. So Zycron also not likely to take any kills. In fact, it's probably certain that he won't. Chad survives to set on 5 and gets the 45 trade. So this makes Pentix the new fish, only on 64 troops when everyone else is on 70 or above. And Chad can't really kill Pentix. That 12 off in the bottom right makes things a little bit difficult. He does make a 69 stack for himself, though. We see Dabs come out for that. All right. So third round of trades is when kills are going to be most profitable here, particularly with no bonuses and with 6 players. So who is going to be able to maneuver themselves into the optimal position for victory? Tyler makes another position for himself up in Washington. I think a better spot for him would have been down in Arizona. That orange 1 portal is free. I'm surprised Pentix didn't want to go down there, but that would have been a good spot for Pentix or Sir Tyler to maneuver to. Maybe also Dog Sergeant, but a little less so, and then the other 3 don't need to be down there because they're already down there. Ooh, we see Zycron move further east. He's going to sit there. Pentix might once again have lines on the Dog Sergeant kill. Still not optimal, and has a lot of he has a heck of a troop deficit to make up because he's currently 35 troops behind Dog Sergeant. Not going to set on 4. I'm going to go ahead and go to 5 cards very quickly. It's possible that he did not have a trade. Quarantine, not going to wait around. He's going to take the 50 set. Can Quarantine kill Pentix? Quarantine does not have a good path to the 12 in the bottom right. Sir Tyler, a little less. Dog Sergeant just has more troops, and also a 7 that Quarantine is going to struggle to get to. So it's unclear. It does not appear to me as though Quarantine has a kill with this set. This might have been more of a survival trade. Going to move up top to try and protect Pentix's 4 a little bit. Sir Tyler going to set him for 55. Can Sir Tyler bag the Dog Sergeant kill? Actually, Sir Tyler has the best lines on Dog Sergeant. That 12 just moves west and then down. The 14 hits the 19, the 1, the white 2, and then the 9. 14 into the 7, the 33 up there, and then the 22 into the 16. So Sir Tyler should have a kill here on Dog Sergeant. He's going for it. So far, getting the dice he needs. And one more position. GG's to Dog Sergeant. Well played to Sir Tyler, taking the first bounty of the semifinals for this game. And he's rewarded with the 60 trade that Dog Sergeant was looking forward to using, I'm sure. Can Sir Tyler chain this into anyone else? Pentix is the best deal on the board right now. 5 cards for 66 troops. Looks like Sir Tyler is going to... No, he's not. He does not have the Pentix kill here. Zycron survives to trade. Can Zycron kill Pentix? It looks like he can. He's going to need to hit a green 3 to get to that San Francisco 8. But that appears to be the most difficult position for him to get to, so I do believe that Zycron has the Pentix kill here. He's got Pentix by almost 100 troops and would immediately get 5 cards. Guess who forgot to click spectate? That was annoying. Oof, bummer Dog Sergeant, but GG's and well played, man. Yep, Zycron gonna pick up Pentix's 5 cards here. Looks like he'll have to make a series of splits. We're running out of time. Fails to click the last territory. Gonna feed Pentix over to Chad. Huge bummer for Zycron. Very rough to see that. Chad's got to get in there. That is 5 basically free cards. He's going to take the long way around. It's the Zycron 13 to get in there. GG's to Pentix. It seems as though he had no set on 4, which is a bummer. He literally called it. All right. Ooh, is going into purple. He might have the purple kill here. I think he does. Oh yeah, Zycron did call the feed, it looks like, in the lobby chat. That's funny. XC called the win off of a 5-card feed in chat hours ago. That's funny. All right, GG's to Sir Tyler. Congrats to Chad taking the second bounty, or the third bounty this game, his second bounty. So now 3 remain. Quarantine, Zycron, and XC Dude. XC Dude kind of in a position to bully the other two. Has just about double their troops and currently has double their cards. Easy win for XC. Yeah, it should be. From here, it should be. Quarantine and Zycron do not have too many options. They can try hitting Chad a little bit, but he's got a ton of troops and 4 cards. Yep. Hitting Chad a decent amount is probably the right play for Quarantined. Try to make him weak enough to where Zycron could maybe finish him. Or to where Zycron thinks he can finish him, but fails. Of course, Zycron's other option here is to just kill Quarantine for 5. Does not get the best of dice up top. We do see a break. I'm not sure Zycron has any chance of victory here. His best shot, his best line for victory was succeeding the Pentix kill. Gonna try to make this kill difficult for Chad. Slams the 30 sack. Brings Chad's troop count a little bit further under control. But he still has a set here. Unless he doesn't have a set here. Holy smokes, no set on 4 for Chad. Does Quarantined or Zycron have a set on 3? I think we saw Zycron's hand. I don't believe he does. Chad trying to pick up Zycron's kill here. It looks like he's got it. Just needs the 1 split there. Gets good enough dice to make up for his no set on 4. GG's to Zycron. Well played to XC, taking his 3rd bounty this game, the 4th bounty of the game itself. They almost had a shot, yeah. Hopefully Zycron decides to spectate so we can watch this epic 1v1. That is surely to be a nail biter and very close and come down to the wire. Thank you. So I lost track of the sets. Yeah, it looks like the set that Chad had was enough to finish off Quarantine, take the final bounty of the game, as well as the W.